Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect. To the elect of the nation of Israel. Alright, this is Amma One from the Great Millstone Camp here in Trinidad, and I'll just play this video.
Greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Amen.
We'll just now see the is the origins, for the most part, here on this side of where you know as Christianity. Alright, where you know today as Christianity. The slave master reading the Bible to the slaves on the plantation. Alright, and what the further did, the further it by. There is a excerpt from the movie, the 12 Years a Slave, right? And what they did further, the further went on and did
What you think you're doing, boy?
Well, thank God, Finn. One of them's a preacher.
People might pay good money to have them calm down a bit,
This
especially
is-
by one of their own.
this is from the movie Birth of a Nation. Alright? You hear the Edomite say one of them is a preacher, and the next Edomite, what he say? He say people might pay good money to hear the word preached from one of their own to calm them down a bit, to calm down the slaves a bit. So the so-called white man, the devil, he gets smart. So you know what he do? He went and he get Nat Turner and tell Nat Turner to teach the slaves the Bible, because they hearing it from one of their own. They go calm down. They won't react, they won't rebel, they won't revolt against the wickedness, the oppression that they're under. And that is what we know as Christianity today. It just grew and grew and grew and grew until it reached to the point where it is now, where you're seeing dancing and clapping and singing. Alright? But it's the same doctrine from then. For everybody to be under obedience under the hands of the so-called white man. That is the whole doctrine, white supremacy. And that is Christianity today. Because now when you look, why I say white supremacy, I'm going to play this video again. I'll show you why I say white supremacy.
2:18. Submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those.
White supremacy. Submit yourselves to your masters. Which the scripture say that in 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 18. But it wasn't talking about no blasted Edomite. It wasn't talking about on the hands of under slavery. That was talking about if you have a leader, alright, who lead in your righteousness, he might be a little harsh on you. You submit yourself. He might be gentle and easygoing, you submit yourself the same way. That's what he's talking about. No whips on your back from the devil. But why I say white supremacy, I will show you why. I'm gonna just say this first. These Christians and them, whether they be so-called black or so-called white, you go to them and show them that the Son of the Most High and the Most High himself are so-called black men in the Bible. They will deny it and reject it at all costs, because it's white supremacy, going back to this plantation, this Christianity that they learned on the plantation, this form of worship that they learn on the plantation by the hands of the so-called white man, and by the so-called white man using one of the slaves, alright, who could have read, like Nat Turner for example, to basically keep his people under subjection, under their hands. So now you see men like T.D. Jakes, you see men like Creflo Dollar, alright, you see men like your everyday Sunday regular church pastors who went to theology seminary schools and learned the doctrine that the so-called white man came up with while he was on the plantation. alright, to keep everybody a better slave. So for the most part over here on this side, that is what Christianity consists of. Now let me go ahead and play it. I will get the scriptures just now.
But also to those who are harsh. What you think you're doing?
You understand? So that is where it starts from. So you fake you Christians are today, alright? You so-called Christians are today. What the hell am to all you? What you feel it is? What you feel? That all you had the truth or some kind of thing? Huh? All you don't have the truth, bro. All you don't have the truth. Okay? The Israelites are the truth. And let me show you what I say is white supremacy, this whole Christian thing based on. Because that is where you go back to. When you read Revelation chapter 1 verse 13, it says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. Now when you bounce up the Son of Man, you might say, that somebody might get simple and say, that is somebody else. But look what the scripture say. Just now, boom, just now. Let me see where it is. Right. This is John chapter 5 verse 27. You see the writings in red. Alright? You see the writings in red. So you're talking about is the Son of the Most High talking here. For as the Father, I read from 26. For as the Father had life in himself, so had he given to the Son to have life in himself, and had given him authority to execute judgment also, because he is the Son of Man. So now when you go back in Revelation chapter 1 verse 13, and it reads, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. So you're talking about the Son of the Most High, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and he had feet, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So now you go to them with this doctrine, you go to them with this. These so-called Christians go and reject it at all costs. They may even go and sit down and consider, because why? It's not the knowledge that them learn on the plantation going way back then. What they learned on the plantation, they handed down to the children, and them children handed down to their children, and their children handed down to their children, and their children handed down to their children. And what they learned that the Son of God looked like a so-called white man. So you know what? Let me look at he as the Savior and Creator and whatnot. That is what them learn. I'm talking about the so-called blacks in over here on the west for the most part. You understand? So that is all them go and stick to. So these Christians who rising up today, that doctrine stem from the plantation, as Apostle Elata bring out. That is just plantation Christianity. Or you're not actually following the Son of the Most High. Well, you're not actually following the Son of the Most High, because if you was following the Son of the Most High, you would have followed this. You would have believed in a man, alright, who had hair like wool. Okay, not no damn effeminate clown called Jesus. The Son of the Most High name is Yahweh Shai. You would have believed in him because Yahweh Shai have hair like wool. Because I could pull up the picture. I could easily go on Google and put matter of fact. You know what? Why say it? I have internet here. Alright, I have internet here. Let me just show you some. Okay, let me just show you. Look, Yahweh Shai, right? Hey, and first the word's getting big. Yahweh Shai coming up before you even spell the name right now. You know, because people looking it up, you know. People looking up who's Yahweh Shai and whatnot, you know. This is Yahweh Shai here. This is Yahweh Shai. Now you would have believed in something like this if your doctrine was correct, because the scripture say it. Alright, the scripture, the Holy Bible. You see what where you can deal with You can't deal with the men of Great Millstone, because the men of Great Millstone come straight through the book. They don't go outside the book. They come with the book. They deal with the book. Alright? We deal with what the word said. Okay? Now, this is John, alright, chapter 7, verse 38. It says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture had said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Alright? So now, didn't I now read what the scripture had said? The scripture say that he's a man with white woolly hair, and he have feet like unto brass, as if it burned in a furnace. Didn't it now say that? Didn't I now read that? So it says, he that believeth on me, this is son of the Most High. See the letters in red, the writings in red. As the scripture had said, out of his belly, and it don't mean a literal belly flowing out water. It means a mind. Alright? Where there's full your belly when you eat literal food. But when you eat spiritual food, your belly represented as your mind, because that is where you're full. Shall flow rivers out of his mind, shall flow rivers of living water, and the water is the word. Ephesians 5:26, that he may sanctify and cleanse it by the washing of water by the word. So the water is the word. So now, if it is a belief on the Son of the Most High, the true one, they should be on fire. They should be bringing out knowledge that the world don't know, that people in the world don't know, that they're going to find hard to understand. Because why? It's living water. It don't cease. It's like rivers are flowing water. All right, rivers are flowing like a waterfall, constantly flowing. Water ain't stopping, you know. But you Christians, you don't believe in the Son of the Most High like that. And then when you see the men at GMS, men who are the truth, alright? Because men at GMS, let me say not name GMS, but teaching the same doctrine GMS teach. They are the truth, right? When you see men who are the correct doctrine, the truth, you tend to get scared, alright? You tend to come out of your shell, which we know is Esau who put you up to it. Because what he's saying is it's all kind of crime going on in the earth, and all the main focus is the Israelites. But yo, the scriptures clearly tell me what would have happened to this doctrine. The Most High Son tell me that. You understand? The Most High Son. Let me figure out okay. I know it's one in Luke 21 and 15, but I'll start on next one. Oh, yes, that is what I was looking for. Bam, that is what I was looking for. The word I have about Hashem Yahushua is Matthew 16. Matthew 16, that's what I was looking for. Matthew 16, I'll read from 14. I'll read from 13. When Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. He said unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed. Alright, not Christ, the anointed, Mashiach. Alright, that is what he actually said. Simon Peter actually said, thou art Hamashiach. Alright, that is what he said. He didn't say the Christ, he said Hamashiach, the Son of the living power. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, which means son of Jonah. For flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock will I build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. You know what I mean? You know what is hell? You know what is hell? You know who is hell? Esau. I'm going to get the precept for that. Wait, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 5. Matter of fact, if you think I read from 4, Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, which all hell means the grave, alright? Because that is all he going to do, lead you to the grave, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he is represented as hell, alright? So the gates of hell, which is him and his philosophies, his ways, which go and lead you to death, which go and lead you to the grave, it doesn't go and prevail against him, because the scriptures, alright, the scriptures is fortified, alright. The truth, no lie is of the truth, alright. There are 2 precepts on that. I'm gonna get 1 John chapter 2 verse 22. Boom. Verse 21. This was 21. I have not written unto you because ye know the truth, but ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth. So the truth fortified, and Esau and his lies can come, because when the scriptures say they are estranged from the womb. But I'll get our next precept. The Songs of Solomon. Song of Solomon, chapter 4 verse 10, right? Just now, right, this verse 12. It says, a garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Alright, no unrighteousness would come into that. Alright, a garden enclosed, okay, is only for the men who chosen to eat in it, could eat in it and eat the truth. Okay? Is my sister, my spouse, which is wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Alright? So a garden enclosed is that. So nothing outside could come into that. Okay? A spring shut up. Shut up for who? The elect. A fountain sealed. So now no lie could come into that. Okay? Yahweh Shai seal off everything and keep chosen men in that. So no lie could come in the truth. That is why Yahweh Shai say, no man is able to take them out of my Father's hand. So now, didn't the scripture say they are all forgers of lies? This is Job 13 and 4. This is Job chapter 13 verse 4, and it reads, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Who are talking about? They are talking about Esau and his doctrine. Alright? That is what it does do. Forge lies. These physicians of no value. They can't heal you. Because watch this. Watch this. If it's a physician does do healing, right? The Song of Solomon again. Chapter 1 verse 3. It says, because of the savor of thy good ointments, thy name is as ointment poured forth. Therefore do the virgins love thee. And when you look up the meaning of the word ointment, it's like a healing medicine. Alright? Something to heal you. So the Most High name is what has healed you. And the scripture say the Most High name is dreadful among the heathen. So them can't heal. These physicians are no value. So what going on heal Israel is by the word and the doctrine of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So Christianity can't teach that. Because Christianity stems from the hands of Esau, and Esau cannot teach good. He can't do good. Jeremiah 13:23. He can't do good. You understand what I'm saying? So you so-called wacky ass Christians who calling yourself Christians, trying to tell yourself that you could come and do something against the knowledge of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is a false hope you have. Scripture say, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That is a vain thing you're imagining. Because nothing could combat against this truth, nothing could penetrate this truth. The scripture say a garden enclosed, fortified. Alright, this truth fortified, bro. It fortified from the hands of the devil, from hell. The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Alright? It ain't going to prevail, it ain't going to conquer it, it ain't going to win. All it's going to do is get lost, it get crushed. The scripture say, whosoever shall land on this stone, just now when we get our precept, shall be broken, and it will grind him to powder. A matter of fact, just now, I can't, just now. Just now, Just now, bam. Right, this is Matthew 24, 21:44. It says, and whosoever shall fall on this stone, Yahushua talking about himself and his doctrine, shall be broken. So if you're telling yourself you want to come up against this doctrine, you're going to get broken. Alright? But on whomsoever it shall fall. So whoever we, beginning with the apostle elders, Tahan, apostle elder Gaba, all the apostles all the way down, the elders, the teachers, whosoever this doctrine go against, it says, but on whomsoever it shall fall, it will grind him to powder. Okay? Your emotions going to get dealt with, your feelings going to get hurt. Because the scripture say in Hebrews 4:12, it says, for the word of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrows, and is a discerner of thoughts and intents of the heart. Alright? So that what the word of the Most High is, a two-edged sword, is a weapon. It's a weapon to destroy you spiritually. When you don't deal with the apostles all the way down, any brother who in the truth for a certain number of years, and they started going to them precepts, you just run. Just last night I deal with a man, and the man actually run out of the out of my job. He run. He say, I had to go. Because the spirit, he couldn't resist it. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, not myself, but what I'm saying, they can resist. That is the scripture in Luke. And I feel I'll close on this. Luke 21:15. It says, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. Okay? They can't resist the spirit. Just like they couldn't resist the spirit on Stephen the prophet, and they had to kill him. You know? And that is ultimately what you're going to do, because all you're going to realize that all your doctrine can't stand up to the truth. Nothing you tell yourself, it can't stand up to the truth. So all you go ultimately have to come with all your weapons and put it to death, which we understand. The Lord don't prophesy about it. Say, precious in the eyes of the Lord is the blood of his saints, or the death of his saints. I think that is Psalms 115 verse 16, or Psalms 116 verse 15, or something to that effect. You understand? Well, with that, hopefully you will get the point. You wacky ass Christians, all you wasn't even, I would say all you finished, but all you didn't even have a start, bro. Why all you decide to, what demon jumping all you to decide to come up against the truth? All you going and get crushed. But I guess it's all the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All praises and honor and glory is due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and with that, hopefully you've been edified. Alright? And I was kind of all over the place, but hopefully you get the point. You Christians, this doctrine you have ain't ready. It's not ready. It's low level. Ye are from beneath, I am from above. He that believeth on me, he that had heard, he that heareth you heareth me, he that heareth me heareth him that sent me. And the ones who hearing the ones who teaching the Lord, alright, will be from above the same way. Just like the Lord said, ye are from beneath and I am from above, ye are of this world, I am not of this world. The ones, his disciples who believe on him, will be from above and ye will be from beneath. So this low level carnality doctrine that you have to jump and sing, eat pork, dance around, shave your beard clean and all of that folly is from beneath. We from above. We following Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua, and keeping the laws to the best of our ability until the time of deliverance come, when we won't have to try to keep the laws no more, when we will just be living the laws, you know. So with that, hopefully you've been edified again. Shalom to the elect.